What's up, Hackdroid crypto fans? We are back with another episode, and I have something very special for you guys today. I got in touch with the DROPDECK founder, Alan, and I gave him a call, and he answered. I have a recording of us talking together. I asked him some simple questions just to describe where DROPDECK is, what it's all about. I did a previous video, I'll put a link to that in the description below, about DROPDECK and how the cross-border funding platform works and how it's utilizing blockchain. But without further ado, let's dive right into the interview with Alan from DROPDECK. I'm here with Alan. He's one of the founders of DROPDECK. And I did a previous video just kind of introducing everybody to DROPDECK, and I know there were a lot of people inquiring and interested in the concept, but I wanted to sit down and just discuss what exactly they're doing. And Alan, welcome to the show. And basically the first question that I have for you is, who are you, what's your background, and why did you start DROPDECK?
Hello, Steve. So this is Alan. The background is a little bit eclectic. So I've been studying programming in high school. After that, I went on to study economics in university. But halfway in university, I switched to study environmentalism. And then after that, I also ventured into physics.
Nice.
I also done I was back to programming, and then I was working for the government. I was working for NGOs. I was working for a few tech startups. So that's where I got back onto the track to become a technology entrepreneur. I was running my own startup centers where I was connecting entrepreneurs and investors who came to our city. But I figured out there are a lot of problems between entrepreneurs and investors in finding and evaluating each other's. That's why I realized I have to solve their problems. And so I began to do some problem validation. I was talking with all of them in much more details to understand the problems. I was reading a lot on the internet. I was interacting with a lot of entrepreneurs and investors around the world also. So I figured out that the problems between these two sides are very severe, and the market size for those problems, if we can solve them, is huge. It's like $300 billion worldwide.
Wow.
So if we can solve this problem, it will become a really big business and to be sustainable for a long time. So it's investing a lot of time and effort into this. So I began to go around to look for my like-minded partners, and I met with my CTOs, who is one of the best technologies guy in my countries. So he's an expert in AI, expert in securities, and now he's becoming an expert in blockchain tools. So we had everything it takes to build our products from the ground up.
If you could just boil down what DROPDECK does for everyone, just in the simplest way possible, maybe like an elevator pitch, like a quick overview.
Sure. So we're a cross-border business funding platform. We simply facilitate cross-border business funding for startup and SMEs around the world. What we do is to use our technologies, which is AI and blockchains, to make sure that the companies who are raising funds on our platform are as exhaustively scored and ranked as possible, so that the funders can put their money in the wrong places.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we make the funding process transparent and secure with smart contract, and we also use smart contract and the tokens to create an incentive system to increase the possibility of the funder getting rewarded. So the funders, after they fund the companies and they get rewarded, then they will be more motivated to keep the repeat funding and to attract more and more funders. That's how we plan to create a positive feedback loop that can increase the number of companies and funders on our ecosystem over time, in order to capture the huge market of $300 billion. Maybe just part of it, but it's a huge market, so we believe that we can capture a considerable amount, a share of that.
Yeah. Once you guys have the token sale, It's kicking off soon. You just mentioned that your whitelist was starting. When is that starting? In the next few hours from when we're filming this, right?
We will launch our ICOs on November 21st. However, in order to do the right things, to comply with all the KYC and AML regulations, and to get listed on big exchanges such as Bittrex, we're trying to comply to as much requirement as possible. Because one of our advisors from Kyber Network, so they used to do whitelisting, and they have a very reliable KYC AML partner, which is called Synopsys in Singapore. So that's why we're partnering with Synopsys in Singapore to carry out our whitelisting. So we will collect information about buyers, and we send them to the system of Synopsys in Singapore to process in order to figure out whether that person is eligible or not. And then during the ICOs, only people who are whitelisted can participate in the pre-sale and then the crowd sales.
Got it. So whitelist, and then the pre-sale, and then the ICO. So the ICO starts on November 21st, right?
Yes.
Got it. And you mentioned Bittrex. What other exchanges are you guys looking at? Or is it mainly Bittrex? Or I know a lot of people that I've talked to are saying that Bittrex is one of the hottest ones to be on, but there's also some other ones like HitBTC and Binance and stuff like that. But which ones are you guys targeting?
Yeah, so we have planned to get on the small exchanges first, and then get on CoinMarketCap, and then we use that as the foundation to get on bigger and bigger exchanges. So at first we're getting on a few small exchanges in our country, in Coin Exchange, Nova Exchange, Cryptopia, and then we get onto CoinMarketCap. And then we have connected with a few exchanges in China, such as Huobi, Junbi, Jubi, and then the next step would be to get listed on Bittrex, and then other decentralized exchanges such as Kyber Network and COSS.
Great overview, very simple, very straightforward concept. I like the idea of financing companies all over the world. That's pretty empowering from one entrepreneur to another. Bravo on that. What can people do? How can they get in contact with you? How can they get involved?
We have our official website, which is DROPDECK.io. From there, you can find the link to our Telegram channel and Discord channels. So we use mostly Telegram and Discord and Medium to make our announcements. So you can get on Telegram, and so we can send you feedback as soon as there is, and then you can get whitelisted and receive the instruction about the pre-sales. So there will be a short time for a pre-sales before the main sales. For the pre-sales, the price will be better for you, but the pre-sale is mostly for people who have known DROPDECK for quite some time, so they commit to hold our tokens for a longer period of time compared to people who participate in the ICO.
Cool. Sounds good. Well, thanks for joining us on the show.
Thank you, Steve.
That does it for this episode of Hackdroid Crypto. I hope you guys enjoyed the interview with Alan from DROPDECK. I really enjoy everything that they're doing with the cross-border platform and financing startups and allowing small businesses to basically utilize the blockchain to raise money. I think that that's a huge opportunity. As you could hear, Alan said that it's $300 billion opportunity, and I think I can get behind that kind of idea. So I'm going to put a link to their website below. You guys can get involved. I recommend contacting the team directly. They have a little pop-up that shows when you land on their website, so you can talk to, even Alan is on there regularly, so you guys can talk to him. He was actually going on a road show when I spoke to him. They were going around Korea and Singapore and traveling all over the world, basically talking about DROPDECK and the importance of it. But that does it for my interview. I hope you guys liked it. If you like this video, slap a like on it. If you want to see more interviews, slap another like. I don't know if you can double like videos, but give us a comment, and I will see you guys on the next episode of Hackdroid Crypto.